Oh my God, Rome Dunze, Jacob. Is this real life? Is this the Chicago Bears getting a quarterback and one of the top receivers in the nation? Exactly.
I think it's real. I think this is real, Lester. Uh, I am. I don't know. This is unbelievable. Like so, for comparison, I think this is the most excited I've ever been for a single round of a Bears draft in my entire life. And Lester, I don't know if you remember 2021. I think it was Bears Over Beers at the time. I appeared on their show when Justin Fields got selected.
Yeah,
I was through the roof excited.
Same.
I think this tops that. I think Caleb Williams, I mean, it's the obvious pick, but still, you're going to be, I was ecstatic just to hear the name actually announced. And then Rome Odunze, the guy that I wanted all along, the guy that so many people wanted all along. We didn't know, was he going to be available for the Bears at number 9? And if he was, were they even going to take him? And he was available. The Bears took him. And I think the Bears have the best wide receiver trio in the NFL.
Oh my God. I got to reset real quick. What's up, Bears fans? This is T-Formation Conversation. I'm your host, Lester Wiltfong, and I am joined, of course, by WCG's lead draft analyst, Jacob Infante. And I mean, we just talked before about Caleb. We knew it was happening.
Yeah.
All the mocks, I mean, well over half the mocks, I'm going to say, headed Dunze to the Bears at 9. But we're like, it's too obvious. It's too perfect.
It's too good to be true.
At the end of the day, this is still Matt Eberflus, a defensive-minded head coach. So we're all mentally preparing for Byron Murphy, Dallas Turner, a trade back possibly for Latu from UCLA. Something. We're like, there's no way they're going to go offense here. So look. What does Rome Odunze bring to the table as far as what he does as far as on the football field?
Damn near everything. So I'm going to clarify that I had Odunze as my number 2 wide receiver in this class. I had him above Malik Neighbors, and I had him as the number 4 overall prospect in this class. So to get him at number 9, I think is an absolute steal. I think when you look at Odunze, obviously the size stands out, listed 6'3", 212 at the combine. I think he played it heavier than that at Washington. And one thing you see is he's just a smooth operator. Yeah. And whether it's when he's running routes, whether he's attacking the ball on the 50-50 ball, whether he's adjusting to an underthrown or overthrown ball, just Odunze's body control, his coordination is top notch. And I think that there's, you turn on the tape and he's operating at a different level. So not only that, he has elite leaping ability. He runs in the 4.4s, and I never really understood he doesn't have great deep speed. He was a star athlete in track in high school, and he can stretch the field. And I think that his time at the combine showed that. He's a natural hands catcher who does a good job of making grabs away from his frame. He focuses well on the ball. He tracks the ball incredibly well. He's a smart route runner where even if, being a taller receiver, he doesn't leave you in that, cloud of dust where, he sinks his hips super, super tight and has all the space to work with. But he consistently gets NFL open. And yeah. I think that when you're looking at a league with, you have a little bit tighter hash marks, you don't have nearly as much of the field to work with. I think that's really going to suit Odunze well, where that physicality, those more closed quarters are really going to help him out. And he knows how to disguise route concepts. He does a good job of exploiting soft spots and zone coverage. I mean, there's very little he can't do well. I mean, there are better yak receivers in this class than him. There are more agile receivers after the catch than him, but even then, he's not even bad after the catch. No. I mean, I've said this before 100 times, and I'll say it again. I think that Rome Odunze would be the number 1 receiver in most draft classes we've seen in recent years, save for 2021. When you had Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. I think he's better than anybody in last year's draft class at receiver. He's better than the 2022 guys, and I think he's better than the 2020 guys as well. So to say that I'm excited about this pick is definitely an understatement. We had Lester. We had the Bears, that offense with Mark Trestman, where they had all this firepower. I think, at least on paper, this offense can be even better than that, and that's a frightening thought for the rest of the league. And I'm just excited to see them put it all on the field.
The coolest thing is you mentioned that offense back in the day. That was Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey. This Bears receiving core, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, right?
Yeah.
And now you add Rome Odunze to the mix, and we all know Keenan Allen does so much work out of the slot. I'm sure he'll be starting. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a 6-time Pro Bowler. I'm sure he'll be starting, but when they go 3 receiver packages, Odunze coming in at the X, that's going to give them an ability to put Keenan Allen in the slot. DJ Moore is now your Z. You can move him all around the offense. You can look for mismatches, and like you said, Odunze is such a smooth route runner. I'm sure you saw that reception perception. The
route tree.
The route tree where he's like one of the top receivers in the game.
And it was all green. It was all green.
All green. You talk about a speed, 4.45 speed in the 40.
Yeah.
He is 6'3", so that kind of makes him look slower than it really is. He's not like suddenly quick like a guy like Malik Neighbors is, but he has good deep speed, 39-inch vertical, good explosiveness. Like you said, he's really good with his cuts and stuff. If you look at his spider graph here, I mean, he is the 91st percentile in the 20-yard shuttle. I mean, there are some elite athleticism traits here to go along with his size and his hands. And we haven't even talked about how the person is off the field. I mean, I've had a chance to see some interviews with him, to hear him talk about some stuff. He is just such a class guy off the field, which is why I'm like, there's no way. This is too perfect for this to happen. But it happened. Caleb Williams, Rome Odunze, they flew to Detroit together. Now they're going to fly to Chicago together for their post-draft press conference, I'm sure. So this is a fantastic time to be a Bears fan.
Without a doubt. And I mean, I'm just so excited to see what the offense is going to look like. And I think Ryan Poles has seen quarterback after quarterback that the Bears have brought in. And I think that part of the reason that so many of those quarterbacks didn't work out was because the Bears didn't surround them with enough pieces on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, Trubisky was throwing to Kendall Wright and Dontrell Inman. Justin Fields was throwing to Darnell Mooney, and then Damiere Byrd, half-assing Allen Robinson, I guess. And then that 2022 season, like Equinemius St. Brown. Rex Grossman was David Terrell still there when Rex Grossman got drafted?
I mean, it's like
it's a sad group.
You mentioned it's like the things haven't all come together. There was no synergy before. I mean, we did see, with Mitch a little bit, they went and spent some money in free agency and they got him a nice receiving core, and the Bears benefited for one season.
Yeah.
But still, we're not, this level is different. Keenan Allen and DJ Moore are different than what anything we've seen in Chicago in years.
Oh, yeah.
And now you add Rome Odunze to the mix. You've already got Cole Kmet here. Gerald Everett's a move tight end that came over from the Chargers. Swift at tailback. This offense is not going to be what Bears fans are used to seeing through the years. I mean, I'm sure they're going to try and be chill and not throw too much on Caleb's plate as a rookie.
Yeah.
But there's so much here. 2 receiver set, 3 receiver set, empty set. So many options. Shane Waldron is going to be able to work magic. Once he gets his system in place, once he gets everyone up to speed, it's going to be something that Bears fans are not used to. And a team that's built around the offense, but it's not like the defense is chopped liver. This defense is one of the better ones last year at the season ended. So this is a damn good football team.
Yeah, no. And I think that, you're looking at the defense, they've invested so heavily, especially with some of those round 2 selections over the last couple of years. They've invested heavily in the secondary. They've invested heavily at defensive tackle. And they've signed a couple of linebackers last offseason. They signed Kevin Byard this offseason. I mean, there aren't a ton of weaknesses on that defense. I mean, they need another edge rusher. Maybe they could use one more defensive tackle. That's probably it. Other than that, they have a pretty rock solid defense. And then now you consider all the offensive additions that they made this offseason. I mean, I think we're looking like, look, Shane Waldron came into this probably assuming, yeah, I'm going to be able to work with Caleb Williams. That's great. But I don't know if he expected right out of the gate, all right, we're going to be able to trade for Keenan Allen. We're going to be able to draft Rome Odunze. That on top of signing DeAndre Swift, signing Gerald Everett, signing a couple of decent offensive linemen. I mean, this is offensive investment like I've never seen in my time as a Bears fan. Watching the Bears, rooting for the Bears, covering the Bears, whatever. I mean, this is I'm still just in like a weird state of euphoria. This is unbelievable.
It's crazy. You talk about Shane Waldron coming over and real quick, what he did last year, he had Jackson Smith and Jigba as a rookie receiver there. As a rookie with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, two pretty good receivers. Yeah. His rookie there had 93 targets, 63 catches, 600 yards. If Rome Odunze is somewhere in that realm as a rookie, that's outstanding. Plus, I mean, there's just so many options now that Waldron has here. And look, they still may want to run the ball and they may want to, really get that started and get that going. But, how much play action? I mean, we saw Caleb, one of the strengths is the quick game. I mean, that's something he can do. I mean, he had to do it at USC last year. Of course, he had a pretty rough offensive line. Yeah. The quick game's going to be there. Odunze getting open off the snap. Keenan Allen has always done that throughout his career with the Chargers. More. This is just so exciting. It's crazy that it's actually. I can't believe the board fell just this way.
I know, and I've said I don't really. I mean, I care what the Bears are going to do with the rest of the draft. Obviously, I mean, you've got two more selections as it stands right now, round 3 and round 4. That's an opportunity to get some solid players, but. Caleb Williams and Rome Odunze, getting them, I think that's an A draft as it is. You can't, even if you make 2 reaches with those other picks, this is an A draft. I mean, this is, and time will tell if these guys end up being as, as productive in the NFL as we expect them to be. But as pure prospects, watching them perform at the collegiate level and trying to project them into the NFL, I mean, there's a very good chance, in my opinion, that the Bears just ended up with 2 long-term stars for their offense in the same draft, and I think that that's bonkers. So I'm through the roof right now.
Hey, I got to ask you, are you wearing a Mysterio T-shirt there?
No, this is a Rhea Ripley.
Oh, Mommy. Okay.
Yeah, Mommy's on top. So.
Okay.
Yeah,
I caught the Mommy part on top. I wasn't sure if it was going to have Rhea there or a little.
Yeah, yeah. No, I got this at a show. They had one in St. Louis. Me and my brother went to it, and I hadn't been to I hadn't been to a show in a long time. So I'm like, you know what? I think I need some sort of merch. I'm like, I think it's pretty on brand for me specifically to get a Mommy's Always on Top Rhea Ripley shirt. So
it's gonna look great on Twitter. Then your next Twitter profile should have you in that shirt.
I need a new picture. I need a new picture. It's been too long. So maybe representing Mommy on here might be a good idea.
All right, well, that's wrestling talk. Jacob, I know you got a lot of work to do. I saw you at some point you published your Rome Odunze film breakdown on WCG. I'm not sure when the hell you had time to do that, but hey, I'm gonna let you get back to the draft. And then if something pops up again tonight, I'll join you again here. And if not, we will see you tomorrow on Friday.
Sounds good, Lester. I mean, I appreciate it. This is I feel like I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm just so excited right now. So I appreciate having the chance to to talk about this, because I'm watching the draft here on my couch alone right now, and I feel like my neighbors in my apartment complex right now probably think I'm insane with all the hooting and hollering that's going on. So
just tell them it's all about Rome, it's all about Caleb, and they'll understand.
Oh, yeah. They'll understand without a doubt.
Nice. All right, guys. Until next time, bear down, my friends.